Everybody, welcome back. I'm Christo, and this is not. I keep wanting to say Terra Invaders. This is Songs of Six, Dundor, the Tale of Two Mountains. We have been working on one of those mountains in particular, and yes, the time I think has come to look towards trying to enter the world stage. And what that looks like is growing the size of our army, but we would also need to put ourselves in a position to actually deploy it on campaign, which is quite a project. So the people who it will be easiest for us to grow our army with is, of course, the Garthimeres. But I think it is practical. I've just noticed there's like whole upper body garments being made in the level 3 tailor. That's funny. Well, level 2. Depends if you count from 0. I think what we should do is, train up the Dundorians to basically fix the security situation so that we're not constantly being having demands made of us. And the other thing we could do is investigate just how expensive is it to buy out our neighbors. Because I like the idea of just buying them out. These guys are our colleagues. These are the ones who keep being mean to us. They are not a fan because of the level of threat that they think that we pose. But if we wanted to unite with them, it's got 11.5 million negative value. That's pretty difficult. Where is it? Does it not show the calculation? It doesn't seem to show the calculation. Or maybe if I hover here. Yeah, okay, it just shows the value. So I assume even if I offered like, yeah, we'd have to accumulate a lot of stuff in order for them to think that was a remotely good idea. Because these are offering single-digit thousands of total potential value. You can't just offer your people as slaves. There is a bit of a... I don't know if this bug still works. I saw some people reporting on the Discord. You can unite with someone by just offering them all of your regions, but then uniting gives you all their regions, which are now the regions you used to have, which is quite funny. But, what is this? These are neutral. Oh, this is just... That's not a special thing, though. Alright, so this just means we're colleagues, yeah. So they really like us. They still do have a threat modifier, but the defensive pact and trade partner make them much happier. Can I also... I mean, I'd like to trade with you. It would take a bit of a purchase to get it done. The value is going down as I offer stuff. Oh, this is... Whoops. That was for me to get stuff. I think. No, wait, it wasn't. Trade. Factions become trade partners. Offer resources. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, we could become trade partners with them for the relatively low cost of a bunch of meat and veg, which we'll get back almost immediately. The problem is I don't think they like each other. I'm not sure how you can see other people's relationships to each other. What's this? Ah, tariffs. Each trade partner has their own tariff based on their opinion. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I can see their relations with others. I could be wrong. Oh, we are called Bob. Okay. I wonder why it said Bob earlier. We'll save that. What's this? Status. Cool. Titles. So we've unlocked the artisan. What does the artisan actually give you? Between 0 and 2.2 bonus. Like loads of manufacturing. Wow. That's pretty crazy good. There's lots of these that we'll want to unlock before the end of the run. Nudist gives you base cold resistance. That's funny. Yes, but for now, I think we're going to work on militarizing our Dundorians. So we have 200 and... we have a huge number of Dundorians. And so I'm going to build a commensurately huge training area for them, I think. Because right now, I mean, everything is fairly under control. We should see cotton skyrocket, because we're over-farming it, given the reduction in the size of the tailor that I've implemented. Let's put one more person in the tailor, just so we can actually try and get a stockpile of clothes established. Just so and then we can bring it down and see if it holds. What are you using? You're making using 83. Low workload? No, insufficient work. It's okay. What do you want again? Sorry, 83. One more. Should do it. Okay. Anything missing in here? Well, that to start with. No, okay, military. Oh, we've been waiting on military for a long time. Yeah, so military, and then eventually I suppose we should start working on an export economy. Starting to get some money. Right, yes, and grave diggers. Glad I remembered. Okay, let's do a graveyard in the mountain. I think that is the way to do it. We're going to try and keep it square as much as we can. But yeah, not breach the edge of the mountain. I think that still counts as not round. But yeah, grand entrance, and then yeah, cut that off. That should work. And cut in here. Yeah, grand graveyard. There are other tombs. Some species like to go all out when it comes to burial. Plan to satisfy them. How happy do you guys get when you have access to tombs? Crypts. Sorry, they can get up to 2 points from crypts. Everybody else? Various people. Oh, Garthimries really like crypts. Actually, the same as them, but yeah. Dundorians, Garthimries, humans. Okay, everyone except Piggy Boys really like crypts. What about you two? Cantors are all about the crypts. Okay. Interesting. How much are temples, by the way? Not sure where they are. In order to do like building stuff and conquering other places, by the way, we would need to unlock some of these. Anything else we should do? Yeah, we should probably get some archers going. Yeah, you know what? We could do archers relatively easily. Yeah, let's do some archers. Get our Talapis trained as archers. Because that doesn't require us to mix soldiers. So maybe I should do a Talapi area. There is 1,000,001 things that I want to do. Let's get the graveyard done. I mean to do that for a while. It means we can remove it from here. Give ourselves some space. And let's slightly overproduce on cloth. Because I'd like that number to be a bit more healthy. Fish is trending down a little. No, it isn't. Okay, no problem. We just store plenty. Are all our shrines upgraded? You can't upgrade pastures, can you? No. Guard post you can't upgrade? No. Should maybe do a check for things like this. Because we could go around upgrading a bunch of wells. Costs mechanics, but makes people happier. And the upkeep is low. So yeah, let's upgrade all our wells. Just get everyone super thrilled about their well access. Sounds good. Get some nice fountains going. Okay, a graveyard. You can't put graveyards underground. Only crypts, I guess. Okay, this crossroad can become the crossroads of the dead. In the future, we'll have connections over here, I guess. Oh, I still can't go here, blocked by terrain? Really? Maybe you can make it underground? Oh, I was trying to build it right, just specifically underground there. Okay. Right. We'll fill this area thusly. But take it back one tile from there. Give me some graves. I want to try and slot it back against the mountain as much as we can. Always think that looks cool. But yeah, far more graves. I don't know. I'm not going to do the maths because I'm interested in actually playing today. I know, shock horror. But I don't know how many graves you need per person, because I mean there's some fairly simple maths you could do, which would tell you how quickly things degraded relative bodies, that is, degraded relative to your total population. But you could also work out how many of your population were likely to die based on a whole plethora of characteristics. Which could be kind of fun to try and work out. But here we go. 51 graves, a substantial size increase. We don't need to go too much more all out than this. Let's just give it full respect. Stats. Some nice flower beds. Don't know if they're more efficient when they're larger. They may be. But we will. Right, I can't block the access point to the graves. That's right. Yeah, a whole bunch of flowers dotted around. A couple of vertical flowers around the trees. Still only 85. Alright, well, we'll put some trees along here then. Hopefully these trees still emit harmony. And then I will add a few more graves in amongst the grove. So we need 3 employees. Alright, let's try and make it perfectly manageable by 3 employees. There we go. 60 graves for 3 employees. Someone is starving. You are finding food. Or housing is urgently needed. Not for you, it isn't. The food stall is at low load and has food in it. Where'd he go? Go get food. Finding food. Okay. He must have just been a long way away. You carrying something? No? What are you up to? He's eating. Bread out of here. Why not the food store? It's got bread that you like. Workload at 0%. Dundorian dude just hanging out. Huh. Weird. Anywho. There goes some carrying. But yes, this is going to be wiped by our odd jobbers. Yeah, so I guess we'll do a tomb in here instead. The Tale of the Two Mountains is... The name doesn't quite fit if I make it, you know, the mountain where we do stuff and just the tomb. But, I don't know. It's Manchester worship. Not the worst thing. So I was thinking about moving the Talapis. It's tempting. Moving their whole kind of base of operations. But... I think we shouldn't. I think we shouldn't. It would be a... it would take a while. And I'd want to do it properly. I think we'd probably want to base them, yeah, down here. Or maybe even here? Opposite the Garthimri outpost. That could work. There's plenty of trees. And there's some naturally fertile land for their groves. It could work. Could work. Okay. First off, let's train the Talapis that we do have. For which, some room down here. We need a 50-person archery range. We will need to make some bows, now I think about it. We have some wood, I think. Where's my wood? Here it is. Guard furniture. Good. We don't need very many bows, necessarily. So perhaps I'll just move some of these longhouses a little bit further north. Ah, and this doesn't quite conform, does it? It's okay, we don't mind a little variety. We have some apartments slotted in here. No, they're houses. Cool. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Good stuff. And carry the roads up as high as they need to go. There we go. And the light as well. I love the little tinkering noise of them building. It's very satisfying. So why do all that? Because what I'm going to do is... Well, first off, this tailor. We're producing, surely, far more than that leather. Not actually much more than that. Okay. Blimey. This upgraded tailor can crank through it. Might have to put up some more Auroch pastures soon. But I'm going to remove... Well, first off, we have a lot of... yeah, I need to remember to be upgrading all my houses, because we have a lot of... cut stone right now. In fact, I'm going to increase our cut stone storage. It's expensive, but which means it will draw the ire of raiders, but I think it's necessary. Remove these houses. Replace them by a archery range. Not archery range, sorry. A boa, which I have not invented. There it is. Oh yes, I should also look like some of these carpentry some of these basics techs This is really cheap. It's really cheap. But yes, boa, and then that's only a 5% boost. Have we got any other basics techs that I've not actually unlocked? Specialization is more expensive. The basics ones are pretty good. 750 for a 10% boost on fruit orchards and things. Like, that's insanely valuable. Oh yes, and there's wood handling. So this is really good. This reduces wood consumption in industries, and there's another one for coal, which is pretty nice. Is this tailoring basics? Yeah. Okay. I will crank the basics ones. They just seem like a good deal. We should also get some lore going, but we need more tech. We need many things. We need many things. It's one of the cool things about this game. There is a practically limitless stuff. It costs furniture and metal, not wood. Okay. In which case, perhaps it should be down here, because we're using furniture for the mechanic already. Alright, perhaps you can have your housing back. Leaving room to expand the tailor in the future. Okay, we'll go with that. With the boa. We're making our military stuff down here otherwise, aren't we? What do you got here? You got... Oh, where is our military production? Here. Right, yes. Yes, so having it around here makes sense. We've got some boxes in here? We do. Good. You already have metal. You already have furniture. Now you will hold bows. And we will craft boa. So yes, I don't know how many we need. Let's keep it a block wide. Storage over by the door. Access there. And here, in case you want to grab metal from the internal storage of this one. Seems good. And then yeah, just a couple of workbenches. We'll keep it small to start with, then if we need to scale it up, we can. 6 workers, making 2.6. Go for it. Nice. Yeah, we'll store 1,000 bows. Oh, we're not going to make that many. Well, I don't know how many we're going to make. But let's store a few less than that for now. Give it road in the doorways. So, with 6 boas, what can we make? 0.4 each at base. Are we out of Dundorians? No. But no one's coming to work here because it's actually not Dundorian specialization. Yes, it's Talafis themselves. Fulfillment is the same though. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a Dundorian job rather than having the Talafis come and do it. They're still pretty good at it. Ooh, it consumes leather. Okay, that's a problem. Consuming 11 leather a day. We need to... Well, actually, our rock pastures reduce 16 between them. Very close, but not enough. Okay, let's just expand this out as far as it will go into this mountain and down here. Although, I mean, we really ought to be irrigating these, oughtn't we? Maybe I will look into that. I mean, yeah, I'm probably not going to. What I will do is I will irrigate it as and when we... hang on, that was almost 10 workers. Let's try and stick to 10. I will irrigate it as and when we move the... there is too thin. It must be at least 3 by 3. That's right. As and when we move the tilapis, we will give them some irrigation. Seems good. Speaking of irrigation... Yes, good. We are fully filling the canals still. That's good to see. Okay. Yeah, get that going up, which means that the boas should have stuff. And oh, right, and since they need leather, processing metal. You're currently fetching from what? Guard furniture. I guess you'll also have to pull from. I mean, where is the leather even being put? Like there's fruit wood. Ah, right. Well, it's coming across to guard furniture, isn't it? Okay, so processing metal. You need to store leather. You can just pull from there. Not a long trip, so should be fine. Good, which means the boa can crank stuff out. No upgrades on the boa, looks like. No room upgrades, that is to say. Okay, so we have 8 bows already. Okay. Now, time to build an archery range. This is taking some time to be done. We could do with some more workers. Some more odd jobbers. How many do we have on the Kryptonian front? Yeah, let's just let in some more Dundorians. We're looking good on... what are you up to? Janitor with no housing? Oops, I hit the screenshot button. Ah, and again. Homelessness. Down here we have some homeless Dundorians. Okay. Well, all these houses upgraded. They are houses. Or they could be long houses, but for now I will just add another. Should sort that. Now I was going to put the archery training range here. I guess this one is working. Yes. Okay, turn this off. No, turn on-off activity. Sorry, you should keep the person employed, but no. With activity off, yes, right now they're just aging. Oh no, they died of aging. Okay. But yeah, they slowly decay away. Should be good. I don't know if the respect will fall, though, if I don't have people working it enough, which could cause us problems, but the new graveyard is good. Oh, I never actually finished this highway. Oops. Bit of a mistake. No matter. Fixed it up now. Any goods shortages that I should be aware of? Doesn't look like it. Good. That new band, we can crank their training a bit more if we wanted. Well, we can certainly crank their gear. What do we... I should probably merge these two, shouldn't I? Don't know how that would work. Let's just try it. We can put this one up to 80. Then I disband this one. Do you guys immediately recognize that you do in fact have the training? I think the training gets kept. Yes, good. Okay, so we'll do that because it's easier to manage their arms and armor. You can go up to 400. Go up to 640 on the weaponry. Good. Okay. So yeah, boa chunking away. It's not making many bows, but they don't decay fast. And I was thinking, yeah, archery training ground here maybe, or how is our leather looking now? Okay, still won't quite hold. We'll have to remove some mass graves. Move them yet further out. Down here, and I'm going to keep the oval. Oops. I'm going to keep the oval shape on those, I think. Always get the wrong one of these. The icons are very clear, but don't put it on the road. Don't put it on the road. There we go. Perfect. You need an expansion. Chunk. Oh, that's why. Using the wrong tool. Actually, hang on. Let's stay a consistent distance from the road, maybe. Well, that's all right. Alright, sorry. So I recklessly increased this, but didn't actually invite any new Talapis. A little bit hard to keep happy, Talapis, so could be an issue. We'll see. We'll see. 8 workers here now. They are quite good at ranching. Maybe I should be trying to have the Talapis do a larger share of our ranching, but the Tonians are just such obedient chappies, you know? Hard to argue with a nice obedient chappie when it comes to who we need in here. Another 25 Talapis it is, and we will need some new housing for them too. There's no access to this from below anyway. No, good. So I can do here and here. With upgrades, that will be sufficient. Did I build them out of wood, having copied from these ones? Yes, good. Okay, ooh, what's happening here? Someone trapped? Of course you are. Cut through here, please. One person dying from exposure. It's you. If he dies, he dies. I'm afraid that's the way it goes. For silly miners who dig in the wrong way. Give me some roundness. Give me a road connection. Should probably get a road around here, just based on the number of people that I'm seeing make the trip. Let's connect this up a little. Right, have I built any housing recently without designating it? I had a feeling I had. Dundorians were overwhelmingly occupying it anyway, but let's just make sure we do have stuff properly assigned. Oh, but that is not properly assigned because this is a Talapi home. And this one, speed it right up. Really still not done here. -9 housing. Boom. +1. With some upgrades. Shift H. Good. And then you can upgrade that one down there. And any of this need upgrading still? Yep. There we go. Should be everyone housed. Some homeless Talapis still. I think they'll stop. Yeah, this is vacant for 14, so they should move in here soon. Unless they're working somewhere further afield. Where do you work? You're an odd jobber. You're an odd jobber. You're an odd jobber. Okay, that's fine. They'll move into these houses eventually, especially once I do the archery training. So where are we going to do the archery training? Need room for 75 people, ideally. Well, no, you can only train in units of 20, can't you? So I guess I'll set the unit size to 80 and just train 75. But yes, here we go. Military archery range. Down here by the road seems like the place to do it. I mean, we could do it in the mountain, but they don't like that. So they're not going to spend long here though. So I don't know. Maybe it's excessive. Wow, these things are big. I think they just come down to the road and have a shoot. 14? We don't. Well, am I not planning to have them be good? Maybe I am planning to have them be really quite good archers, in which case we would like capacity to train a rather great deal of them. So maybe I will dot a few archery ranges around here. But this can go but one tile further south. There we go. Let's build that. And then, yes, where else? I mean, I can just try and fit them in places, but like down here, it's about equidistant. I've still got a road. Let's see if I just blot out the area, then where can I put the training? Feels like having it directly away from the road is a good idea. And then can't do this. The item is cutting it off. Is it? I don't really understand why that's cut off. Does it need it be a tiny bit further into the... No, you can't build them underground, apparently. Okay, but I could have 2 more here. Alright, that brings our capacity to... I think this one might be enough. Actually. Let's see how this one goes. Well... No. Let's build more, and then we'll see... how many, when it stabilizes, how many it actually needs. I'll just do that. Can I do it like this? No. You want to give me a token of friendship? No. That is how you win friends, apparently. Refuse their gifts. Cut off the extraneous bits of this room. Don't actually need that bit either, do I? There we go. Alright, well, I was thinking about it's, difficult to make the Talapi happy. Worth noting, them being educated in the ways of the bow will actually help with that. So that's good. And they love our meat storage. They love our fish storage. Humans would like gems. Guthrimians would like even more meat. Yes, hello. I will pay up for now, but not for long. And there's the archery range. Oops, sorry, it's not done yet. I don't love the look of that room, to be honest. Hopefully we can upgrade it as well, so we can speed things along. We can invite more humans in as well, which we certainly could do. Get some more tech going. How would I do that? I mean, we'd have to start doing something up here, or displace the I mean, that's how we expand the human workforce, I think, basically. We displace the Talapis, but yeah, not soon. Okay, you can't upgrade this. Interesting. Another one's still being built. Right, so new squad. No, not Dundorians. Talapis. 80 people. Small amount of archery training. Small amount of bows that we don't currently possess. So they will go and very quickly get to that level of training. In the meantime, doing no work. So we might expect to see, yes, some Dondorians picking up the slack. Am I not lowest, but they're the most generous of rulers. No, thank you. Clearly we are most generous as well. But yes, they'll train up. They're unhappy because they are not working the jobs that they like. And their access to food preference is tanked. I guess because this is too far away from their meal site. It's not that this is overloaded or anything. No, and it still has food that they like. I guess it's just that they don't go and get stuff necessarily while they're becoming part of it. But as long as their loyalty doesn't get too disastrous. And yes, their archery training will slowly rise here. It's good. And yes, our security stat has risen substantially just by adding in some new archers. We'll see how high the number can stably get in terms of quantity of bows we can maintain at once. We're looking relatively stable on plate armor. We're kind of spoiling roughly the amount that we're making. We're still trending a little positive. Right, got to update the number up to 75 Talapis. Ooh, yes, that dramatically increases the meat expectation. Not surprising. The extra Auroch pastures we've put up, though, I mean, not right now because they're being worked by Dondorians, but once the Talapis go back to work, we'll stand us in good stead. Have to imagine this has freaked out the neighbours. Your threat number will have risen. No, not dramatically, actually. It's interesting. But yes, far more security, which is very good. It's a 0.95 rather. So a Dondorian training ground. I was going to build it up here. Maybe it would be good down here. In the yeah, because I think it'll be rarely visited. So I'm gonna put it down here for now. And it's not gonna be beautiful. But yeah, let's give this a go. We'll need to refine the shape of the room, that's for sure. Chunk. And yeah, no curves, which means that's a doorway. Don't block that. I think that doesn't count as curved, but I'm not completely sure. And then yeah, build it out to here. Okay. Now door, big triple door at the top. And we need some stripping it back. Ooh, 24 people injured. Ouch. I think that's enough. Yeah. Want to minimize the amount of the room that I give up to such things in terms of support, while obviously still maintaining full whatever this. Yeah, so I don't think this has a name, but like a formal name in the game, but I refer to it as support. Getting rid of these yellow tiles. Okay, there we go. Now, how many training dummies can we fit in here? Let's see, get that a long ways. Looks good. There. Yeah, I want to give them access to walk around from different directions just to make the pathfinding for them a little easier. So I'm not going to absolutely maximize the number that we can fit in. But yes, I want the capacity to have a lot of dwarves training at the same time. I guess I did build that one all the way down, but Ah, and these could have been a little further apart. Thusly, to fit these in. Nice. So, with this, we should now be able to train 150 at once. It's a lot of dwarves. A lot of dwarves. This will not take much maintaining either. It's just furniture. I don't think I can get any more. Oh, yeah, just one more there. In here, maybe? Yep. And here. Maybe this way? Yep. And one more by the door. So I don't know how much melee training will give them. We'll find out. Yeah, get that built. Speaking of roundness, actually, let's take a look. Yes, I have induced it quite a bit with the design of this warehouse. It's not great. The Dundorians, I mean, they're almost all in non-round environments, so not too worried about it. Ah, this graveyard is empty. Good. We can get rid of that then. Frees up some room. Okay. Good. Everything looking pretty good. This done? No? Getting there though. Let's get this finished. Okay, it's done. We will give it 2 upgrades. Oh, 210 mechanics to fully upgrade that, but I will do it. There we go. Now, Dondorians, congratulations, buddies. We are going to have 2 150 squads. And first, let's create them with no training. Literally, no training, no equipment. All they got to do is sign up, and they're members. We will momentarily lose all our workforce, but I don't think it will take very long. Maybe I should save just in case this like nukes the city by mistake. But yeah, it shouldn't take very long for them to do this training. Maybe I should have made smaller divisions so that we take less of the workforce out at once. Yes, that's a good idea, isn't it? Let's go 100 size divisions. I think we can sustain a brief shortfall of 100 people, but yeah, 159 people currently training here. Yeah, lots of services are currently going to go unworked, but 0% training. How long does it take? It's taking longer than I expected, to be honest. Get these trained up. I'm hoping to see that 158 number drop a little faster than this. But hey, I mean, it looks like stuff is still getting done. But yes, overall happiness is dropping quite substantially. Is that how much progress they've made? Okay, no, this is a disaster. Disband one of them. The other one, drop the size. We'll do it bit by bit. My mistake, my mistake. Everyone back to work. Run your service industries. My mistake, my mistake. We've also maxed out our security already, by the way. Nice. Yeah, I'll let everyone get happy again for a minute here before I go back to doing that. But yeah, we'll just add people bit by bit. I guess I didn't need a big training ground, did I? If we're only going to add people bit by bit. And this is now going to consume a lot of mechanics. Yeah, this was just dumb. Let's scrap that. I'm going to leave those though, because this is kind of helpful when I next want to build a big room. I can use this. Let's build a small training ground, a modest training ground. Up, well, here we have some room right now. I want to expand the bakery, but we can move it when we want to expand the bakery. So just a very restrained little encampment. Well, it can't be that restrained because I do need it to be able to hold all the people I put in at once. So 16 is not quite enough, really, is it? Okay, forget that then. We'll put it here. So yeah, if we're going to put in people kind of 40 at a time. So we need about 40 capacity. If I sign them up in their 40s. There we go. 48. Good enough. Door here, door here. Ah, but that doesn't work. So we need to do this. Well, we are going to end up with close to 20 capacity then. That's fine. Sorry, close to 40 capacity. In fact, precisely 40 capacity. Excellent. Here and here. Go for it. Road it up. Whoa, 22 days of food stored? When did that happen? Blimmin' heck. You should produce a lot more food. I was getting quite used to having 140 or so. We'll look into upping that. Right, 2 upgrades here. And yes, these guys I will just increase 40 at a time. Yes, some of them will come and train here. Some of them will just go and train over here. But there's nothing I can really do about that. I've given them the opportunity to train in the right place. What are you going to do? So in terms of being able to store more food, fruit we should be producing quite a big surplus. We should be producing a fairly big surplus on everything. I could produce an even bigger surplus, or I could invest in some spoilage tech. And it does feel like some spoilage tech would not go amiss. Oh yeah, very cheap. Oh, we should have done this a while ago. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. 50% boost to spoilage. Boost to reduction of spoilage. It's going to give us a pretty dramatic food boost, I think. Want to make sure that food days is always above 25, I think. Okay, these guys all trained? Not quite, but we can add a couple more. Oh, didn't do it. A couple more. There we go. As long as we always have Dundor odd jobbers, we're fine. So we can actually add 30 more now. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll see the odd jobbers drop, but not too badly. All lit. Right, never did light around here. Let's maybe setting it into a wall. Let's put it in the middle. Yeah, just there. That's fine. People coming and going from the bakery deserve some illumination. And I guess we should also do that. Didn't really make this as wide as I should, huh? Oh well. Not a big deal. But that's right, there was already a speaker. This was the Dwarven speaker they were using, wasn't it? But yeah, available services. I mean, we do have a lot of people, and they go to the speakers fairly infrequently. Right, so we were going to put a... Oh, I've already put a stage over here, that's right. I kind of like the idea, actually, of the stage being right under this kind of skylight. Let's move it. Seems good. Okay, you guys all recruited? Yes. Odd jobbers back up to 50. Cool. Let's go all the way up then. See, our army is dramatically growing. Jolly good. Do you mind if we borrow some stuff? We'll give it back to you tomorrow. No. Or rather, yes, I do mind. Food days still dropping. Basically, because we're about to get a fruit harvest, I guess. Ah, did we get a fruit temperature event? Or a fruit death event or something? We have some stuff ready to harvest, it looks like. Oh, yes. Did we get the right number of elves in? Did I mess that up in the end? We have enough. 12 people working in Auroch Parches? Oh, I never increased the number of workers on these when I increased the size. Whoops. This should be 10. This should be 9. Whoops. Okay. Now our leather situation should be much more stable. Jolly good. Yeah, there we go. Way more, which will help us with the food situation. What did that say? Oh, workload is not harvest is low. Yeah, there we go. Immediately cranking on the food. That might leave us short though. Fruit orchard is stacked. Auroch pastures is stacked. What else are they doing? Wood cutting. Which is here. Yeah, wood cutting stacked. Okay, good. I think we have enough. Oh, I'm silly. Much easier way to check. Do we have any Talapi odd jobbers? Yeah, 18 of them. More than I expected. That's good. Good, yeah. Grave workload is low. Yeah, we can drop the people. We don't need... Until this fills up more, we don't need this many workers. Law is looking a little low. We have expanded somewhat. To some new areas. Maybe I should... Oh, yeah, we don't have any work. any lore down here in the new towns. We should let's do that. Right by the shrine to the bloodthirsty god. Sounds good. And then also down here, likewise, another 3 workers. Keep those guys in line. You guys already have one. We are beginning to get out of the range of that big one. We could put another big one over here. 8 workers is a lot, though. I think we'll leave that as is. Maybe we could put a small one. Yeah, let's put a small one just by the road for now. Just 2 workers. It's much more manageable. And then similarly, keep the woodsman in line. Now you are just some odd jobbers. No, it's the Garthimri recruits. Unfortunately, are now going to come and start training over here sometimes. I assume the Tilapis are now fully trained up. Yeah, so we could go another 10% on that. Oh, I'm being very silly. You know the way that you stop too much of your workforce all going and training at once? I think this is a little unsightly. Let's switch it for just this one. This only has 13 slots, which means we can say, hey Tilapis rather, train to 100%. Only 13 of them will be able to train at once. We maintain 4 Tilapi odd jobbers. Perfect. Perfect. And hopefully all this fruit can be brought in. Is the fruit problem that this is... No, this is looking good. And we have a... Yeah, the fruit's being taken directly by Central Food, I think. Not an issue then. Everything looking pretty good stockpiles-wise. Yeah, clothes is growing relatively steadily. So I'll keep the current workloads on that. 250 bows in reserve now, so we can kit out our Tilapis even more. Tilapis are the best bows, being elves. Best archers, sorry, that is to say. So, makes a lot of sense. Let's just keep an eye on the workload here. Go down all the way to 1 person. Ooh, lore is continuing to tank. I should probably set up some imprisoning around here. Get some dungeons going. It does let you rehabilitate people, plus various bleeding heart species. Like, oh, we should rehabilitate, not just execute people. Fine. Fine. I will set up a prison then. We should spread it from the top, I think. Yeah, we can go a bit further down, because there's nothing much going any further down than here. How can we have access to this? That seems like you shouldn't be able to fit, but like, where's the door going to be that you can actually access all of these cells? I'm not sure. Let's remove that one. Put it there. And then cut this bit. And then I think I'd be able to grow these 2. Yeah, and this one? Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, technically it's made out of grand marble. Doors here and here. Good. Growth of our grain farms is showing much promise. If the gods are willing, it will be bountiful. Good stuff. Alright, there we go. Big dungeon. Whoops. And yeah, 6 turnkeys. And they can fetch whatever food. Sentence all prisoners to be imprisoned. Sentence all prisoners to exile. Sentence them to be pardoned. Sentence them to none. Okay, so we don't have to pick these, I don't think. Good. Now we don't need 6 turnkeys. Fetch whatever food, but just go. We'll go 2 turnkeys until it really starts filling up. So I think the way this works is that we now need to set some kind of imprisoning rate, right? Get a bit of extra deterrence. So sure, some of the time you get imprisoned. Say, I don't know, 30% of the time. I really don't know what the best rates are. We can set up an arena as well. Everyone's looking pretty chuffed with us right now, which is good. And yeah, this skill, not that skill, this skill will take a long time to rise because only 13 people can train at once. It may be that they can never reach 100% with only 13 of them training at once, but we will see. Any homeless? Just the Garthimri. That's okay. Okay, so we could now start working on being able to send out the army. I think we should... You know what we should do? We should move the Talapis, really. Yeah, this does look good, especially on a wooden stage. I am still going to upgrade it, but I like how it looks under the skylight. It's fun. Yeah, and I will pave this area. It looks out of place, not being paved internally here. So do you still need stockades when you have jails? I'm not sure. Don't worry about it. Law has absolutely skyrocketed again, which I think was just arrests going up. Yes, I think it was just the arrests going up. Stocks are being used. It's good. As much as they need to be. But yeah, we now have a jail for when we need it. Let's drop the workforce there even lower. I don't want to waste people. Okay, what's worth doing now? Let's do a kind of checking through, making sure everything is upgraded. I think that's a worthwhile thing. Is there a more systematic way I can do this? Maybe I could do it by access need. Oh, a strange murder. Oh, right. Okay. This is a serial killer event chain. It can quite seriously negatively affect your happiness. It's entirely random. It's not entirely random, but it's somewhat random. I don't like it. Especially because it happens quite similarly again and again. But we shan't dwell on it. So, hearths, speakers don't get upgraded. Stages, we only have 2 and they're both upgraded. Fight pits we don't have, arenas we don't have. Restaurants don't get upgraded either. The workload is 100% here. No, sorry, yeah, workload's 100%, but the load is not, so we don't need to increase the numbers there. Okay, food stalls. Next up. These pluses indicate if they're upgraded, by the way. A bounty of opiates this year. Excellent. Don't have taverns, don't have bathhouses. Wells, I already checked. Markets, I think I just checked as well, actually. But let's do it again anyway. Yep, all upgraded. And then lavatories, pretty sure they're all upgraded. Oh, I was wrong though. There we go. Nice. Keep these goddamn reeds nice and happy down here. Getting a little high on the load here. Could double it. There are quite a lot of people down here. How mad are the Garthimries about their loo access? I mean, there's 12% available. Only takes 1 plumber. Let's give him another one. Down here. Serial killer. Would you like to arrest someone and get a confession through torture? Sure. That's basically. I think that's the only decision in the event chain. And it can happen over and over as well. So, and yes, they'll get some wrongful deaths in the presence of the serial killings. Another murder has occurred. It's now painfully obvious that our suspect was not the killer. Yes, I don't care. I'm actually just going to turn off all the alerts for this event chain because it bugs me. Still some homeless Garthimries with the loo. That should be good. Right, next service. Alright, physicians and hospitals. So the hospital, I think, is... can't be upgraded. Yes. We have one. I don't know what the range on it is. Alright, okay. Looks like it certainly doesn't cover everyone, but it covers the main area. We could build a hospital over here. There are some fairly big accidents in the coal mines. Is it the end of the world if a couple of bugs die in the coal mines? Some would say, who cares? Some would say plenty more where they came from. You know, some might be tempted to say such cruel things. Are we fully aerating down here? Pretty much. Going to put one more spot down there. Good. Is this janitor auto-employing? Yes, good. Indeed, this warehouse is now looking much better stocked. That's good. Okay. I think it is more humans' time. That seems like the most productive thing. This lose already at capacity, so I can't really move that. We have a new stage. Could we get rid of this one? I could move central food. I was going to put it here, wasn't I? could expand to this area. The other thing I could do is move these opiate and cotton farms the other side of the river, and this grain farm, in order to create more space for humans to live here. It would be a bit of a waste of fertile ground. This is some good fertile ground, which we could use. What is the cotton surplus looking like? Not, well, non-existent according to that, but we certainly seem to have some. I think some... Yes, let's try and move this, get more humans to get more research. Well, yes, I need a broader goal. Maybe I should go out and try and take over these regions. And then, I mean, we would then start bordering some much bigger people. The people near you, I think, are artificially kept really small. But we could play some diplomacy. We'd need paper in order to control regions, to do administration. So, more trail goes cold. Yes, I don't care. I think we move these to get more tech, and then we use that tech to invent libraries, which will require paper, so which in turn requires a bit more tech. And then we set ourselves up with libraries such that we can really generate loads of technology, and we have a paper industry working, which allows us to then administer other regions. In the meantime, we sit pretty on our 1.001 security. Okay, not as high as I thought that was going to be. Let's create a new Dundorian division. But leaving ourselves some odd jobbers, which I think we have done, but it'll be close. The recruits are training. Jolly good. And how trained are the elves? They're getting there. They're getting there. It's funny that it shows both types of potential training, but they can only actually have one, as I understand it. Well, no, actually, I think maybe they can have both types of training, but they can only wield one type of weapon at once. Right, food days are looking healthier. It's good. Fish still limiting factor. We should need about 109 a day. Yeah, we should be having a lot. The reduced spoiling is helping. Okay, this cotton farm with 6 workers. So I'm going to just kind of make it work. Use this space, basically. Cotton farm, 6 workers. So we want this area here. 1.4, 1.7. It's pretty good. I could do with leaving some more space. But no, if I was going to do more transports, this is the farm that should suffer for it. So we'll put 2 farmers there. And then 5 here. There we go. And then just clip a corner. Good. And again, we can expect people to just hop the river here. Help them get to work faster that way. And this way. Okay, 2 here, 5 here. Which more than counts for the 6. So we can remove that. 4 opiate farmers. You can get that number up a little bit potentially. Wouldn't be the worst thing. But not right here, because that's where the housing's going to be. But it's so fertile. I should put I guess I'll put more housing down here when I want to expand to make use of the fact that that land is not fertile. We're already irrigating this land. I don't need to irrigate the houses. Alright, 3 of them here. And again, not perfect on the efficiency of that worker count, but we'll survive. And then that one is done, and they're perfect, so I squeeze it out. Not quite. Still, very close. Another 2 there. Was it 3 here, 2 here? So that more than accounts for this farm. Good. Leaving all this new land for us to use. And then, yes, 6 more grain farmers. Right, which I can put here. Using what fertile land exists. I think I will Wow, I shouldn't be too picky, but try and grab just the best areas here. And then we can also, I mean, I could put it this side as well if I wanted to. But no, we need access for a road across here. In fact, we need access for a road right here. 2.4 though, really? Still 98 fertility. If I expand it a bit more, just really reaching for those fertile bits. There we go. I think we can shrink this corner off. Really don't want to be using actually zero plus fertile spots. Alright, we'll allow ourselves a rough edge to that one. That's 3 more grain farmers, but we have a grain surplus right now, so that's okay. Security low. Our prisons are poorly staffed. Accidents will occur. Okay, insufficient employees or lack of food. Alright, well, we'll just go to we'll go to 100%, then we don't have to worry about it. 2 there. Does that mean 2 prisoners? Yes. So we're getting some law from our imprisoned and some from our executed. Nice. A multiplier from each. Good. Yes, this grain should be sufficient, I think. We're not like right up against it, are we? No. Good. Okay, remove that. Which gives us all this new land. Whoa, that was funky. Right, remove this roundness decoration. And now we're in a place to scale humans somewhat. So a second lab, I think, is the way to do it. Should we try and target 200 humans? Is our asylum full, by the way? Only one denied. Unavailable ration? Asylums take rations. I didn't know that. Alright, we'll need to work towards inventing rations. I think our insane might have been going without food. That's not ideal. 5 dead in an accident. Yeah, so I think I'll just keep the big labs up here. What do we want to go to? Should we make a big increase? Go to 125 humans. We don't really need this connection anymore, do we? But what if I did just like a single row station thing with some gaps so they can get to their workplaces faster? Well, it's not many workers. You can really fit. You can really fit quite a lot in. 56 additional knowledge workers. Maybe I should do that and then paper. This does look kind of boring though, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not. Let's try and make it a little more inventive than that. We make it a big square building, but then spice it up. So it should have gaps. Minimum of these. Rather, this was a little more symmetrical. Take 3 out. 3, leave 3. I could do with leaving 4. Oh, we can. Good. Okay, then cut 2 there. Here? Here? Looks good. Okay. Now we can fit 1 down here. We can... Yeah, I do think we should leave room for people to get to work easier. It's still not a visually gripping space. We can spin these round at least. Oh, I should probably spin these 2 as well. Chunk chunk. Yeah, that's a bit less bad. And then, can we fit? No. I don't believe so. So an extra 88 scientists working in there. And then maybe we try and get some housing around the side here to vary it up a bit. Doors there, and then... Well, they wouldn't need many doors to go back and forth this way, I guess, unless I end up putting housing up here, which I probably will. So a door at the top, and then some down the side. Yeah, I'm going to do as many doors as the isolation allows, really. Ah, and I'm meant to be doing 3x3 verticals, aren't I? I guess I haven't actually done that here. I've just done that in the dwarven area. That's okay then. Okay. And there. The other thing we can do is educate our humans, which would increase their knowledge out. But yeah, we should start looking into that. Universities are rather expensive. Right, if we put so many doors in here, I'm surprised it's still holding together. There we go. Bunch more knowledge workers. And humans like, yes, stone houses. We could start using fancy stone, I suppose. We wanted to push the boat out. And I don't mind cutting into the water a bit to make this work. Should leave some space though. There we go. And then, yeah, we'll have a connection across to that road there. That's 14, 28, 48 additional housing. Let's build some near the top, but yeah, leaving a 1, 2, 3 for some extra. There we go. Right, what did I say that was? 48. So with that added, we're looking at over 100 extra housing. I can double back this housing maybe. And this should become, or maybe a highway actually. I mean, we do have a lot of foot traffic in this area. Let's highway this. Yeah, and this vertical should be a highway as well. And then the interiors can be normal roads, paved roads. Highways are quite expensive. We will do the doors once everything is finished building. And then on the sea, or on the lake, we've established that that is highways domain. Okay, and then, yes, a little lighting would be good. Haven't left ourselves much room for it, but we'll do what we can. Yeah, big one down here, perhaps, on the corner. That looks quite nice. And yes, this will all be human designated and upgraded. Busily working away, getting it all done. This looks a little janky, doesn't it? Let's remove that one. Perhaps replace it with a smaller house so that it fits nicer. Allowing me to widen the road, perhaps, or I'll point this one up here. Something like that, and then we can do a little path around. This one as well. Looks a little... It's a little janky. You want to give me some wine? Nope. I think you would know. Yeah, an apartment. Apartment nestled in there. Or a house, rather, and then an apartment on the top. Like that. I kind of like that. It's a little higgledy-piggledy, but that's okay. Yeah, that works. Designate this out. Nah, some of it's doubled, but it's okay. Upgrade it all. Okay, and the lab, likewise. Fairly expensive upgrades. Now let's let the humans in spurts. Don't want it to go all too crazy all at once. Do humans like harmony as well? I forget. I think they do. Where is it? No, they don't care about harmony. It's all they like. Okay, and they don't like noise. Yeah. Okay. Moving in. Still plenty of vacancies. Jobs filling up. Humans getting happier, but not fully. Probably just need to experience some services and access. Realize what a wonderful place this is we have here. So yes, I think it's... The order goes like this. Science scale up, which involves potentially libraries, well, more humans, first off, obviously. Libraries and university, maybe. Probably just a small university to start with. Then, the capacity to send out an army, which necessitates beer, I think, as well as rations. Both of which will be useful. Well, as soon as we have rations, by the way, we will start storing much smaller quantities of food, because rations spoil much slower than other foods. And we can achieve the same days stored mood bonus just from rations, even if no one ever actually eats rations. Okay, so we have another 25 humans. Just want to, for now, I just want to let in as many as will fill out this lab. Looks like that's stabilized. No human odd jobbers. 1. Alright, then up to 225. And this obviously is going to lead to a whole bunch of extra consumption. Meat's up to 118 a day. But we recently jumped that one. Bread up to 156 a day. But yeah, still clearing those numbers without too much trouble. And yes, some human objobbers as they come in. Not a problem. Let's just spread the tiling a little here. I think that looks a little nicer. Smooth some of these curves. Right, and then also I'll make sure these doorways are occupied. Maybe I already did that? Looks like I already did that. But not down here. It's difficult to tell. Oh no, it is. It is already paved down here. Good. Right, and you guys need a street. Which we will light. Good. Okay, now I have to imagine some of these might start to get overloaded. Yeah, this hearth is looking a little touch and go. So, I will remove this benches and this and this. And then we will just scale it all up. A big 40-person hearth. A big 12-spot well just beneath it. We have the space for this, and then those benches can come back. Dotted through here. Got to be able to watch some hangings. I mean, well, yeah, also hangings, but also stockings. Not that kind. Alright, there we go. Good. Now these need their upgrades. Good stuff. Now, loo, I have to imagine, is a little overworked. Yes. Let's do a new loo. Got some space over here. Well, we keep it in the town centre. Yeah, let's keep it down here. More accessible to other people. Apart from just the human researchers. Although they are the reason it's going to exist, so maybe having it just for them is not so bad. And then can you put... No, I think we'd have to put it like this, then. I quite like this design. You have... Yeah, double-ended loos like that. Good stuff. Then yeah, I will connect it a bit to the road and put up the doorway. Good. Seat of your power. It's a shame you can't beautify the inside of the throne room. I think that's on the devs kind of wish list. Okay. Tons more science pouring in. And it will definitely now be efficient to add some library workers, I believe. So, this library costs 8,000 knowledge. It's a lot, don't get me wrong. We could also do, I mean, schooling is actually cheaper. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Library definitely takes paper, so we could start with paper first. Oh god, some of these hydrogen methods are so cheap. Grab some of that too. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go all out on knowledge for a bit here. We're gonna get paper making, schooling, which is for kids that we don't have yet, university, and library. Bang. Massive expenditure. But I think hopefully worth it. Should I have got these a while ago? It's only a 5% bonus. The 5% bonuses are a tougher sell for me. A couple of maintenance points seem good. What's this one? Food nutrition. Oh yeah, reducing hunger. That's pretty good. Oh, there's so many things I want. What's this? Just knowledge. Absolute bonus. Well, that's an easy one to calculate whether you need it. That's good. Okay, so we will start with a very small. Well, remind me what libraries cost. First off, what's it under? Surely, yeah, administration. Libraries cost, yeah, paper. Sorry, no. Wait, libraries don't cost paper? Oh, they do. In their actual production method, they cost paper. Okay. So build me a very small library. Well, no, we need a little paper first. Build me a small amount of paper. Paper maker, there we go. Which makes it out of wood. There's wood here for the furniture. Well, there's wood here for the furniture. Could make it up here, the paper. Keep it relatively close to the library. It seems sensible to me. Let's do that. So yeah, set up a, well, this is a relatively big paper maker, but storage by this wall, I think. I don't know how much paper we're going to need, so we'll just wing it. See how it goes. Throw those down. I think I can put auxiliaries in the middle. Yeah. See if we can fit enough in. In the corner, that corner, and that corner. Good. Access here. Hello. No. You don't like me? Tough. Come fight me if you want. I think you'd lose. Outnumber you like almost 10 to 1. Oh yeah, so door in that corner and this corner into our paper maker. Okay, so this should have 12 employees at most. Let that get built. And then this this warehouse has wood. That's close enough, I think. Well, no, I should probably have a paper workshop. Paper warehouse, that is to say. Yeah, I'll pop it. Doesn't need to be big. Little paper warehouse here. Yeah, it doesn't need to be very accessible either. Well, yeah, let's abandon the idea that this is accessible. Do it like that, but then it doesn't need to be nearly this tall. Yeah, it really doesn't need to be very big, I don't think. So just like this, accessible here and here. Good. Road this up. Good. Okay, yeah, food stock's still looking good. Opiate a touch low. How are we doing on tools, by the way? Trying to use 3,000 of them. Making 36. So we're getting close to our tool limit. We don't have the capacity to add more, so that's worth remembering. So, paper maker. 12 employees. That's quite a lot. So this needs some upgrades. I do want to stock some stuff in here. So yeah, wood. And paper. Paper presumably doesn't break down very quickly. No, we don't need to store that much paper actually. And you can just grab from, literally just grab from this one, because I already have the wood set up to go here. In fact, do I have a, how is the wood getting here? Do you have a delivery order going, or is it just that you're working at it? I think it's just that they're working at it. Yeah, in the fullness of time, we'll need a delivery person sending the wood in here, but for now, this is okay. Okay, so this is paper. Ooh, let's get the capitalization looking a little more sane on that one. You can auto-employ. Okay, so we have some paper coming in. We still have Dundorian free workers, by the way. We do, 25 of them. I want to get a couple of them in the army then. Okay, so we have the paper coming in here. That's good. And then we put a library down. I just want to put a small library down and we'll work out what the efficient... what is it? Admin, yeah. We'll put a small library down and then we'll work out what the efficient numbers are. So if we put down these guys, yeah, just a couple of shelves, a bit of carpet, which of course takes fine stone to build. Yeah, throw that down, and then I will review my library formula. Check what the efficient numbers are going to be here. So, with a level 1 library, with 100% efficiency, with humans working it who are not very educated. What is our human education level at the moment? Yeah, 15%. It's not it's not massive. What's your problem with the government? Law is looking a little troublesome right now. What's the situation? What's changing? Just made less arrests recently. Okay, so here's the library. We can't upgrade it yet. We'll take jewels apart from anything else. So right now, just make sure, yeah, it's the right species working here. They have all the tools they can get. The abilities are boosting it. Okay. Each person is giving a 0.015 bonus. Each person is consuming, let's call it 2 paper. How many people does it take to make 2 paper? Less than 1. That's not a very good ratio. So we're making for each. Well, that's okay. I guess I'll put. I think I'm going to refine my formula a little bit here. We're at the end of the episode, so you know, allow me a little spreadsheet thing. Let me get it up on screen for you. If you're not interested at all in spreadsheets, I'm going to do this and then end the episode. So if you want to skip to the next one, no harm, no foul. So give me not a display capture, a window capture of the spreadsheet. There it is. Okay. So, hang on, let me move this a bit, move this around a bit. Okay. So the idea here is that you input your number of lab workers here and your number of library workers here. And if this number returns higher than 1, you should be increasing the number on the right. If it returns lower than 1, you should be increasing the number on the left. Now we need the base library worker proficiency, which, as we can see, is right now it's 0.015. But then that gets multiplied up a bit, right? So it's because it's the base rate is 0.005, and we're managing to get that up to 0.015, because that 0.015 is how much you're making per person, right? Here it says 9. Okay, maybe not then. Oh no, that's 9 workers, isn't it? Maybe it does different things at different places. Like here, 7,910 is not what's being produced per person. So that must be 0.015. Okay, right. I understand. 0.015 is the base before the multipliers. Okay. So the multipliers right now are effectively times 2. We're getting from 0.015 to 0.03, which means that the base per person is currently 0.01. So we go here and we say not base worker impact, but library worker impact. And then here, yeah, we go kind of, this is like paper adjusted library worker impact, because we need to factor that in. And then we go paper per worker. So right now, again, easy way to do this is just like this, I think. We should be, I mean, that is that number, right? Yeah. 2.354 right now on paper. So it's 2.3, what did I say? 54. Okay. I'm conscious that I may not be showing you some of these tooltips, but I'm afraid you're just going to have to live with that. So, it's getting a 3% boost. What am I really thinking? So, how much paper are they using per person? Now, that's not so simple. It seems like they consume... I thought it said they were going to do 1 a day, but I guess it does scale with the boosts, just the same as everything else. Like they actually are feverishly writing more and more stuff. So I'm just going to do this again. All right, so paper per P worker. What's this? I understand. And then this is paper per L worker. I'll call this like PA so I can have a shorter column. This is paper per library worker, which is right now 1.960. And then we go, delete that. Oh, hang on. Don't delete that yet. Hello, my love. Very nearly done. And then I come. So this is the actual number that we're trying to calculate here, which is this is the paper adjusted library worker impact stat, which right now we're just timesing by this value by 0.8, because this was when I was producing, only needed 0.25 paper makers per library worker, which is obviously much better than we're able to achieve right now. So then this is base L worker, and then we need a ratio, L to P ratio, and the library to paper ratio is calculated by the amount of people that we can get, the amount of paper consumed per library worker divided by the amount of paper we can produce here. Right, so this is for every librarian, we need 0.86 non-librarians. So then we take the base library worker output and we multiply it by this. No, it's not quite that simple, is it? We take the number of library workers, like the effective number of library workers. It's late for maths. We take, I'm getting there though. We take the, my wife is trying to persuade me to go to sleep. Which is horrendous. Don't you know there's spreadsheets to be done? I really won't. I know. I really won't be long. So each library worker equals 1.869 workforce, basically. That's the reference. So what I want to do, okay, yeah, I've got it. So we take their impact, their base impact, and we divide it by 1 plus this. It's because we're accounting for the fact that they are actually taking 1.86, 1 plus this amount of workers, workforce. There we go. Okay, so we have the library workforce ratio, we have this with the base library worker. Now I'm going to move where these columns are, because the base L worker is the stat that's more likely to change more often, I think. So in this case, we have how many lab workers? Government. It's government, isn't it? Yeah, we have 201. 201. So if we had 100 library workers, that would be too many. If we had 50, that would be too little. If we have 75, just about right. 80, be too many. 78, 79. So call it 100. 100 library workers. Or we could reduce the lab workers slightly, I guess. But, well, no, sorry, not call it 100. Call it 80. 75. Yeah, call it 75. So we want to shoot for 75 library workers, given that each library worker represents 1.869 workforce being used, and hence per one person I add to this, I get this much bonus. And this is all calculated quite simply on the, well, relatively simply, on the basis that each time you add one lab worker, you can think of that as just like X. You're adding X knowledge. However much a lab worker is making, it actually doesn't matter at all for this calculation, because each library worker boosts lab workers by Y percent. In this case, 0.8%, 0.802, etc., etc., etc. So the question is, basically, if when you add one more lab worker, are you, well, question one is, if you go from 100 to 101, right, that's 1% bonus. Is this number higher or lower than 100? But then it gets a bit more complicated, because when you add a second library worker, they don't have this much impact. They have, 1 times 1 plus this times 1 plus this impact, which is lower than 1 plus this multiplied by X impact. So there you go. That's how it works. And this is quite simple. It's an AVS formula in Excel or Sheets, which I can't remember how that works, but I worked it out ages ago. But anyway, so we want to add in 75 humans, and they should give us a 61%. I think that's how this works. Or maybe I've done these in the opposite direction. It doesn't really matter. But it'll give us, if we add 75 library workers by only, less than, probably 50% increase to the workforce involved, including the paper makers. And it'll give us a 60% knowledge boost, which is pretty good. But all this and more in the next episode, because my wife is making a face and it's bedtime. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.